let's talk a bit about how to build that argument. First, let's make it really simple. Your introduction body will kind of have three main sections that follow these three questions. The first question is, why do we, as the audience, need to know more about your topic? The second part of the second part of your introduction section is how will you be contributing new knowledge or extending existing knowledge? And then the third question you'll be answering in your introduction is how are you framing and scoping your research? Let's go into a little more detail as to what those chunks involve. We often talk about the flow of an argument, a dissertation, or otherwise as an inverted pyramid moving from broad to precise and focused. The base is usually the topic generally. And then moving down a level, we introduce the reader to the specific angle you're taking. Moving down once again, you make the argument as to why this needs to be researched. And in this space, you include identifying gaps in the current literature. And so these are typically done in the introductory paragraphs. The problem statement tends to come next. It's where you state the problem in a very concise and formal way. And this also tends to include the population that you will be focusing on. So the next part of building your argument is sharing with the reader how you will address the problem. And this typically has two parts. In the purpose statement, you discuss what you intend to do. And that includes your research questions, and if you're doing a quantitative or mixed method study, your hypotheses. It also includes your methods and your rationale for using those methods. And then the final part of talking about how you intend to address the problem, and sometimes the most challenging part, is discussing your theoretical framework. So what that is you are describing the particular lens that you are using to examine the problem. And as I said before, this tends to be either the theoretical framework, which is based on accepted theories that we use to understand or talk about a phenomenon. What you're researching is a phenomenon. That's a tough word to say. Or it could be a conceptual framework, which consists of identifying key factors, variables, and constructs, and then describing the relationships between them. Most often, it will be a theoretical framework. So I know both of those can seem a bit abstract, and it is something that your advisor can help you frame up, or you can check out the library, talk to the librarians in the library, and they might be able to help you identify or at least gather some theoretical frameworks based on your topic. But the theoretical framework or the conceptual framework serve really important purposes. It scopes or constrains your work and then gives you something to anchor your data analysis in. You can always refer back to how this fits within the theoretical framework. So in Edgewood, the purpose statement comes first. However, you may realize that stating the problem, then discussing the conceptual or theoretical framework first is, and then leading into the purpose statement flows better. It's kind of up to you and how your argument actually flows. Again, you are not filling in the boxes, you are creating an argument. So also in the Edgewood template, there is a summary section.